I love this graphic by Gary Vee, Patient Pig. So resonated with me this week. So Gary Vee, a social media guy that does marketing, he posted this morning, Patient Pig. This is Saturday, February 13th, almost Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And he said, someday people will know why I love this. And that resonated with me, both in my business and with my investing. I need to learn to be a little more patient. I'm learning that. I'm sticking with the top 3 stocks that I really have in my portfolio right now. All my eggs are in Apple, Tesla, and Airbnb. Airbnb went up some this week. Tesla and Apple went down. Tesla went down a good amount. So my overall portfolio shrank. The size of it shrank. The dollar amount shrank. But I was able to make some decent day trades, intraday trading. And I'm getting to know those stocks. So I'm being patient and getting to know those stocks and how they work. Tesla's been fluctuating between 800 and 890. I mean, just really up and down, volatile, but between that range. So it went down Friday to about 800. I bought at around 3 o'clock. Before 4 o'clock, I sold at 8:15. So I made $15 a share off margin, and I bought about $160,000 on margin. So I made a good amount there. But what Tesla giveth, Tesla also had already taken away, because I tried to do the same thing a couple of times earlier in the week, and I lost money on those trades because it went down at a point where I thought it was going to go back up, looking at the charts and knowing the stock. So it's just getting to know the stocks, getting to know the market, respecting the market and its unpredictability, and being patient with that. I've also gotten about 22,000 invested in Bitcoin and about 5,000 in Ethereum. And Ethereum, apparently, my son is really a great source of information there. He's big into digital currency. He researches it a lot. Ethereum has a centralized platform where it's subject to, easy regulatory, if it became regulated, literally a country could adopt Ethereum, and brand it as its own currency and use that platform. So Ethereum, I bought it, it's gone up. I bought, about 22,000 in Bitcoin, it's gone up. So right now I'm sitting at close to 30,000 in digital currency as well. When you combine that to the trades I did in the market with Airbnb and Tesla getting bumps off runs off their stock going up, just my simple strategy of setting a trailing stop or a dollar amount stop on quote to protect my downside, and then riding the crest or the dips when it turns back up. I've made about 12,000 this week. So I'm up to over 169 this week in stock, and my digital currency is just short of 30,000. So I'm knocking on the door of 200,000, almost 1/5 of the way there to my 1 million in 1 year on February 13th. I'm not mad at that. I'm actually okay with that. I have gone up to about 180. I've lost it down to 147. I've climbed back up to 169 in the market. And then if you add the digital currency in there and its growth, I'm sitting at around 200. And I have to believe some of the stocks that I have are going to really appreciate this year. I really believe that Airbnb is going to turn up. The more we get the vaccine out there, the more travel starts back up, the more it opens up. And I think that thought process is applicable to any kind of travel stock, airline stock, cruise line stock, anything in the travel industry. And I need to sit down this weekend and this week and really do some research on some of my next plays. I was listening to a podcast today as well on investing. Been just trying to consume as much information as possible. It's Investment for Beginners on the iPhone podcast app. And, the guys were talking about just really being patient as well and getting to know the stocks. It's funny how that has been the theme of the day. Getting to know the stocks, doing the research. Hey, you're not going to have 20 amazing ideas in a month. You might have 1 or 2. You might have 1. And that's enough. So really getting clear on those prospects and and those opportunities and going big in on those big ideas and opportunities. So Patient Pig is my theme of this week, and just steady as she goes, steady growth, but also I think picking good vehicles to grow with, like digital currency. I mean, I read a Wall Street Journal article, the oldest bank in New York, in Manhattan, is going in on digital currency and starting to offer digital currency in addition to all the other, IRAs, things like that they offer. They're offering digital currency as a vehicle for retirement and investment. That's huge. Elon Musk, last week went in $1.5 billion on Bitcoin. I heard that, other banks are starting to invest large sums of money in Bitcoin. So to me, simple law of supply and demand with a currency where there's a limited amount and it's becoming in greater demand, it's got to rise. And I don't think it's going to rise just a little bit. I'm not looking for a 5% pop here. I'm looking for multiple hundreds of % growth on the money I'm putting in on Bitcoin. And Ethereum, I look at, has more upside potential as something that can be regulated. And it's hard to pick those horses, though. But Bitcoin, I think if there was a digital currency safe bet, that's where most people are putting their money. So I'm not an investment advisor. I hold no licenses. And I have an experiment this year, 1 million in 1 year. And this is my play to get 1 million in 1 year. And I'm knocking on the door of 200,000, just short of 200,000 by probably a couple thousand. I'm probably at 198 right now with digital currency plus the stocks. And I will keep you updated. I don't really have any great ideas going into Monday other than I think Tesla, sitting at around 815 right now, is going to go up another 15, 20 points. It could, the way it's been oscillating. Unless it hits a cliff and just falls off, then it's going to keep doing that. I don't mind the volatility because I think there's money to be made there. So I'm going to keep making hay while the sun shines. I'm going to go probably big back in on Tesla on margin on Monday. I already have a bid in to buy the stock when the market opens on Monday morning. And hopefully I'll ride an uptrend and an upswing. People feeling good coming off. I'm not sure if the market's open Monday. It's President's Day. So maybe Tuesday morning it opens back up. So I'm looking to, maybe people are coming off a long weekend. They're feeling good about trading. And the market feels good about Tesla. And I'm going to be able to get I would love another $15 per share bump off Tesla. Nothing would start the week off righter than that. So, and I can't put my trailing stop or my stop on quote, whichever one I was going to use, my insurance, so to speak, that sell order in, I can't put it in until after I already own the stock. So I'll have to manually go ahead and do that on Monday. One of my goals this year is to become a really good trader, just from a fundamental trading perspective. And I'm working on that. Still have not implemented the shorts. I've really not found the right play to do that on, except for GameStop, which I was so sure on. And I just did not have I did not trust my gut enough to pull that trigger and make that decision, which I hope will never happen again. So stay tuned. 1 million in 1 year, where I document my trades and my adventure this year in 2021 from 150,000 to 1 million in 1 year. Peace. This was a cool setup on Trust Fund Terry this week. I love that. Also, the building on the left, 7th floor, is where I'm working most of the time. This was earlier in the week. I wanted GM to turn up. It never really did much. I made a little bit, but not much off GM. So I'm here in the gym this morning. Hair's a little crazy. It's Tuesday morning. And I'm here with my friend who always tells me about digital currency and Bitcoin. His name is the Bitcoin Farmer, okay? So he's going to be a piece. So why do you like Bitcoin so much? Why do you like digital currency?
I tell my friends that I'm the last person to buy Bitcoin.
Right.
So when you see me buy it, you ought to at least do some research.
Because you don't like the markets or anything really that much.
I don't fool with stocks or anything, but the Bitcoin is come out of nowhere. And
Yeah.
the same people that buy gold is buying the Bitcoin.
Same people that buy gold. Banks are invested in it.
Banks is buying it. Elon's on board now.
Musk is on board. Well, he's talking about Dogecoin or Dogecoin or whatever, you know.
Well,
He did tweet Bitcoin, though.
He bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
$1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. So if it's good enough for Elon, it's good enough for me. So you heard it straight from the Bitcoin farmer, no doubt.
The farmer.
All right. Peace. Killer leg workout, Brenton, this morning. Legs. I've been a little bit under the weather with the stomach thing, but I'm back. I'm good. I'm good now. I kind of kept going throughout. Maybe missed a couple of days. So we were saying that if Tom Brady can win a Super Bowl at 46, then I can make it to the gym every day at 25. So there you go.
25.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. So what's the stock play today?
I don't know, man.
Tough to tell. No, not sure yet.
I'm holding what I got right now.
Hold on, what you got? I made a little, not a lot, but just like fractions of a penny on, or fractions of a dollar, pennies on GM yesterday. And I made a little bit of maybe a couple dollars off Airbnb. I think Apple's undervalued right now. I think Apple's poised to rise, but not by a lot, but maybe $4 or $5 a share. So I don't know. So it's an interesting day. Markets just closed about 26 minutes ago. Tuesday, February 9th. And I had bought Airbnb late yesterday. Executed a sell order before the market opened. It had some momentum going into the day. There was some news that COVID cases were cut in half, literally. So now, I think that contributed to a bump. I bought at about 199.5, and I sold at 204.5. So made a few grand off of that trade. Twitter's annual report or earnings report came out today, and I thought that would be better than it was, but I think their maybe users or interactions, had gone down because of some issues in politics and other things which hurt them. So they did not go up like I thought they would. I laid a good amount of money on margin on them, and basically it stayed about the same. I sold. I lost some cents on that per share, and then I also, before we closed the bell, probably about 3:30 today, I bought about 2,164 shares, exactly 2,164 shares of EA Sports. They had a big merger talks that are going through that would equal an expansion of their company and some positive benefits, and I think equaled a rise in their stock of about 2.63% today. So I went ahead and put in a sell order, an after-hours sell order that'll go through tomorrow morning. I think momentum will build on it. Trying to sell at around 27 on that because I got in at $26.11, which would equal another $2,500. So I'm trying to just pick up incremental gains and steady gains, get in at the right time, use the right information, which has been the most effective way for me to trade at this point. But I hope your trades went well today, and I'll see you tomorrow. So my stock portfolio of over $169,000, plus my digital currency investments, Bitcoin over $23,000, Ethereum over $5,000, puts me around over $28,000 digital currency investments, puts me just right knocking on the door of the $200,000 mark for investments, headed toward $1 million in 1 year, starting with $150. I'm getting there. I'm not disappointed. Stay tuned next week for $1 million in 1 year. We'll see how far I can go. Let's go to $250.